Oh, wow, Rudy, that was that was incredibly troll.
Okay, look.
Why'd you just do your team like that?
Look. For context, for the people on the stream who don't know what I just communicated to our boys, we today have two very interesting things going on today. For one, we are going up an opponent that we have faced prior in the league.
Central Cambria. I don't remember which match that was. It might have been the first.
It had to have been one of the first two, I think.
Okay, but yes, we played this team before. A different lineup, or at least different usernames. I don't recognize Fork for Toaster. Or Esoteric. But also, Rudy, Coach, would you mind telling the audience what you just told your team before they started the match?
So, because we have faced against this team in the past, and we had won, I just told them that they better not throw, they better not lose. That's just, I mean, realistically, as a coach, I think that just makes sense. I could be wrong, but I think in terms of what we've been able to do, in terms of what we've been able to show, and especially improve as a team, I think we have a good chance of winning today. But I will say we do have a second wrench thrown into the mix where, unfortunately, one of our players, Daniel, he had a last-minute emergency.
Azula, for those of you who do not know the team personally.
And so, looks like we are just getting straight into the game. I didn't
already
realize.
Into the game. Okay, let's see the lineups. We got Squiddy on the Omen, Stegosaurus on the Raze, 2 Comfort Picks, Yugi on Sage, and yes, Noahkup has taken Azula's spot on the Jet. Now, Rocco is not playing the Viper. Rocco is actually going to be playing the Sky. This is what we saw on their last Haven game. So, for the most part, this is looking pretty standard.
Give us a second.
Is this a restart? This has to be a restart, yes? Okay, a little bit of technical difficulties. Now that should be a confirm that lineups will remain the same?
Yes, that should.
Okay. Hey, wait, did you allow pauses?
Wait. Oh, wait, don't I
you
need to
allow cheats in order to keep pauses?
Give us 1 second while we fill out these technical difficulties.
That does seem a little strange, actually. If that's the truth. Hey, a little bit of a plug in the chat. Giving Cambria the winner's POV. No matter. Okay, so while that happens, yes, actually, one of the players, Azula, unfortunately had a last-minute emergency. They were not able to play in today's match. However, we do have a fifth on the lineup, Noahkup. Fans of Westwood Esports may know him from the Minecraft team, where he has been absolutely cleaning house. Now let's see if he can bring some of that talent to Valorant. It's gonna be an exciting match, and while we go through these technical difficulties, I will be right back. The match, folks. This should be the same lineup. Both teams. Yeah, Westwood locked in. Cambria seems to be the same. We got Karoff on the Omen, Esoteric with Sage, Artist Tap on the Chamber. And for our duelists from Cambria, we got Fork on Phoenix and Momo on Jet. Phoenix, actually, a rare pick. I don't think I've seen much of them.
This is a very old pick, going back to when Sick used to play Phoenix on Haven. But that was before the likes of Sky and Jet came into the... Sky and Jet became perma picks. So this is going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen today.
Now, little strange. Also, they're going for the double Sentinel. Westwood only having the one Sentinel Sage. You know, Yugi standard right now. But anyway, let's see what's going to go on in this match. Cambria, 5 strong on C. Noahkup, his inaugural, or debut, game, is forced off site. That's a 5-man push. Jet really doesn't have that much going power. He's gonna go down to Momo.
Here.
And Cambria's gonna be able to take the site. Meanwhile, the rotates are coming up from Westwood. Spike's going down.
Spike
Westwood is here to pull the retake, stringing up. Yes, that's all 4. It's a 4v5 in favor of Cambria. He's not gonna go down, not to find much info, and actually Cambria's gonna be stalled by the slow orb. Smoke's gonna go down, hopefully cutting the site a little bit. Rocco, flash out. Yes, one of them, they push out. A pick onto Momo. A really clean headshot. They know that Esoteric is backside. Pushes out, tries to get Stegosaurus. Gets traded by Rocco. Went onto the leading edge. YummyYugi spraying onto Long. Artist pass. However, kills him. Rocco gets another clean headshot on Karoff. But it's a 2v1. Spike is sticking down fast. He knows where they are. Will he be able to get the kill? No. Fourth takes him down. First round for Cambria.
That was a very interesting retake. Very good pistol control from a lot of other people, but it came down to man numbers. 4v5 retake, even though it was only 1 man down, it is very hard, especially with limited util on a buy like that.
Yeah, and util is actually an interesting point because Central Cambria used a lot of it in order to keep them stalled. Sage bought multiple slow orbs, Phoenix with the the curveball, blinding them out. Meanwhile, it seems like most of Westwood didn't really buy much. Anyway, on to the next round. Cambria has both Spectre with light shield. Squiddybaloon trying to stall them on A short with the smokes. He hears all those footsteps. Flash goes out. He's not he has to dodge it. He's gonna get some damage now, but he's going down. Oh no! No, Karoff, you can't do that. You cannot paranoid your own team. You're gonna be blinding and Stegosaurus is gonna clean up house. Checking long, Esoteric, however, picked him off. He was short, but the slow orb is gonna come down, cutting off Cambria from their own spike. YummyYugi and Rocco have eyes on them. They know where Esoteric is. Rocco drops down.
Player standing.
Esoteric gets the peek and is able to pick one away. YummyYugi goes down. Rocco only has the sheriff. Will be able to take this. He gets slow orb by Esoteric. He still has spike though. He knows where Esoteric is. He hears the reload. He has to reload. He gets out. He peeks, finds Esoteric. Sage is gonna back off, and this is gonna come down to an aim duel. Rocco only has one shot. Sage has no util. He blinds Esoteric, forces him off into the low cubby. Here's the footsteps. We'll be able to find the shot. 30 seconds left. Spike is still on the ground.
30 seconds left.
A little bit of space. Esoteric is forced to stomp around. There's so much noise, and Rocco gets the pick.
Oh my gosh, that was just a matter of timing. That was really just a matter of timing, and that gives us a good round to go into rifles and a bonus for Cambria.
Oh my, now what I want to focus on was that paranoia from Karoff. They did make it so that right in front of Omen, you cannot be blinded. There's no hitbox there. However, Karoff was so far behind the rest of Cambria that it didn't matter. Everyone else got paranoid, and Stegosaurus, even though he only had a pistol into Cambria's stingers or specters, was able to clean them out. It was a very good showing from what was capitalizing on Cambria's mistake. Noahkup finding some of Cambria on C, only has Marshall, so she's gonna play the long angles. Back up, give him a little bit of space. Rocco still has Garage on point though. Paranoia out. Spray finds one. They're just gonna find the other. Yugi trades though,
Spike
however.
down, C.
Yugi from top down. Noahkup gets such a good headshot, however, Momo close up, just runs in, finds a headshot. Now they know, Westwood knows where the other two are, but Momo is able to find another pick. Smoke cuts off esoteric from the spike. He's not going to be able to locate Momo on C. Power going out to be able to play this. Smoke a little bit too far, not going to be flush with the wall. Gonna actually cut it, the line of sight in half. Is Momo going to be able to do anything with this?
One enemy
Here
remaining.
goes in, Squiddybaloon finds the pick, and they're going to TP into the back of garage. Actually, Momo
Last player standing.
Behind
Team
this,
A.
but Esports is able to get the crossfire and take out Momo. Team Ace for Westwood, everyone putting in a little bit of work there.
Oh.
And that's going to be them leading the game 2-1.
And this is going to be a very interesting round. First rifles, maybe, but it looks like I didn't realize earlier that Cambria actually forced on that round 3, and so going to round 4, they're going to have to go on an eco against our schools, Westwood's. All rifles, 100% rifles across the board with full utility shields.
Full eco, 5 plastics, no armor, maybe a little bit of abilities. Now, if they go in here, it's gonna look devastating.
Get out of my way!
Momo does have the knives, and Noahkup is unlocked by Omen. He's gonna be forced back. Flashes down to Roco, doesn't find any information actually. So
Spike planted.
Get the spike down, real easy. This retake. Noahkup finds some damage. Doesn't find damage. But it's gonna be popped off by and this was time to pull the trigger. Straight through the smoke. Lines up the chair.
One enemy remaining.
Noahkup is gonna go down. And Jeff. Wow, Westwood just walks up full rifle and takes them out. Now, actually, good news for Cambria. They're able to take 2. So the 2 kills forcing Westwood down a bit, eco-wise, and the spike is gonna be at least plus 300 for them. So more or less on even footing with Westwood. But that round is going to go to Westwood nevertheless.
Yeah, I feel like during that retake situation, it just happened so fast, and when you are going to be undermanned with rifles like that, it's going to be really hard to hold. Now, it looks like everyone's going to be full bot, except for one SMG.
On esoteric.
Find the weak
Up,
point.
switches up to a bulldog. Never mind, so we're going to be all rifles for the most part.
Hey, Westwood playing the default. Squiddybaloon here.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Go get him.
Of course, calls the joke over. They don't get damage down on being at Squiddybaloon. Try and get the flank. Did they hear that? They did not. He dodges actually the curve ball, and they do not know where he is. Fork for Toaster didn't check that corner.
Oh, but
no.
he gets checked.
Ara gets that. The 50-50
Blinded.
won by Kara because Squiddybaloon did not react fast enough, unfortunately.
You
And
will
on the
not
rest of that
kill my
trade, it's
ally.
going to be actually Cambria with the advantage because they already had a 3-2 advantage, and the Resurrect is going to bring them up. Now Karf just goes down, so the advantage is 3-2.
Spike planted.
Now this is Noahkup's and Rocco's retake to win. They are both heaven. Footsteps makes them heard, but Artist Tab doesn't realize that he's still checking short for some reason. They're just waiting, trying to see if Cambria gets itchy and makes himself known. Fox goes down into hell! A good jump from Noahkup! Such a good take! Our knife out from Noahkup makes sure he gets tapped by Artist Tab, and Rocco's not able to get the trade. Artist Tab lines them up for a clean 2K to secure the round. Unfortunate from Noahkup. Didn't know that Artist Tab was playing so close on the side. Trying to pull the knife out for a quick take onto site, but
I think that was just a misplay of not realizing that you didn't technically win the round yet. I think they just didn't realize that someone would be playing default that weirdly.
Yeah.
And so they were in a, not realizing they were in a 2v3. But we'll see now what happens as they're posturing up for C.
Let's play.
Noahkup is back on the Marshall, gets challenged by the Tour de Force, so he's just gonna back off. We're not wasting a shot though. From the shadows, coming out from Omen. They hear it though, Noahkup sees it. He's not gonna be able to find the shot, and he's going to go down to the Vandal. And he has it. Now, Cambria is back on the team. their comfort site.
Spike planted.
Westwood is in the all too familiar situation of having to play retake on the site. Kara finds the pick onto Rocco, no initiation for Westwood, and it's a 3v5. So it's gonna be a tough situation for them to try and pull off. Kara, they do not have
Here comes
vision.
him.
Second source, maybe able to find a pick. Next one! The trade on Squiddybaloon all the way in garage gets the other pick. But Momo is able to take him down. A round to 2 for Cambria.
That was unlucky with the marshal and a sheriff to try to hold that site. They tried to play retake, but that Omen was able to get a good pick opening up the site, and then unlucky on a swing like that got picked, and then that just left it with a 3, essentially with all rifles on the other team for Cambria too.
And Westwood's gonna be forced to eco here. Cambria going for rifles, 1 marshal on Esoteric. Seems like Esoteric is pretty fond of the eco guns. Doesn't really make a difference though, as they are frag. Noahkup has the knives out. Will he be able to hold on to finds going down. Updraft is gonna try and find some damage. The knives are not gonna land. Noahkup is gonna be brought down to 83 health. Rocco, you having to use some regrowth to heal him up. And actually, this is going to be run from Cambria. They're rotating all the way to A. Meanwhile, Westwood's really rotating to E because they're so used to fast take. Are they going to realize now that Cambria is nowhere to be seen? The shots are popping off, but they're not landing. And Westwood does not realize that they're rotating. Cambria's going to be able to go into A with no trouble at all. Yep, Spike is going down. Stegosaurus is able to hear it.
Spike planted.
From Westwood, but is it already too late, maybe? Spike is down, BT's walled off, and Karv is already TP'd up to heaven. Karv finds the kick on Noahkup and Squiddybaloon. 2 good kicks coming out from this Omen, and Westwood is already down 2 men. Spike already halfway down, and a 2-man disadvantage.
Last player standing.
Takes that a 4-man disadvantage. The clean kicks coming out from Cambria. YummyYugi alone in this heaven.
Weapon here.
Will at least be able to find an entry frag or something, anything to make this salvageable. No, he's gonna save the marshal and run away. The rest of the Cambria going down. YummyYugi actually going down to the spike. Going to die. Make sure he gets that extra death credits. Now, Rudy, it seems interesting that YummyYugi would die to Spike. Would you want to maybe give some enlightenment to the audience as to why they did that?
Yeah, so in a situation like this, you might think, oh, he has a gun, why would he die? Well, in the way how this game works, you actually want to die because you get more money by dying, either in a round to guns or by a spike, and you actually get less money if you end up living into the next round. So YummyYugi needed to die there to make sure he had enough money to buy with his teams. As we see, he's able to get a Bulldog, and it looks like now Sky and Jet are both on site here, trying to stop the push, but it doesn't look like it's stopping anything as Karif gets an opening frag.
Rocco able to spray down Momo. Is going to find a lot of information. 3 already on site. Kara finds the TP.
Take it out.
Spike planted.
On site, gets a spray down onto 4 toes. Artist Tap gets the trade. Now it's a 2v2, and Artist Tap and Kara are both
1
very
enemy
well
remaining.
Oh, Stegosaurus gets the spray down. The Black Tack peek, he's taking flank. Artist Tap is forced down to seal up, but it goes off. Stegosaurus knows it's there, and the spike is not planted for them at all. Artist Tap is going to try and peek out.
Last player standing.
Trying to body block the Stegosaurus. Artist Tap takes him down. The spike is defused and defuse the spike, bringing us back to a tie game.
A very amazing site hold by Rocco to be able to get a 1v3 trade conversion. And then that turned... Yeah, 2 trades because YummyYugi died on trying to peek on that retake. And so they left it in a 2v2. Stegosaurus being able to get a kill, isolated, turned it into a very nice winnable 2v1 situation for Westwood.
Now, the thing is, even though the game is tied up, Westwood is at an extreme economic disadvantage. Everyone is at rifles, but YummyYugi actually has a 4th save. Bought full util, but has no armor, has no gun. Meanwhile, everyone on Cambria is sitting pretty with their economics. 4-5 on everyone. Now, Stegosaurus and Squiddybaloon are actually 2 of the people on Westwood that were able to full buy. So we'll pretty well. Run the shadows, goes out into hell actually. Stegosaurus takes out the shadow. Not gonna try and bait that car off play. I've already seen them and would have tried this. So that's not good. Oh my!
down
A
A.
full last spray coming out from Squiddybaloon. Gets 2. Esoteric is gonna trade out though. Roman's gonna go down.
One enemy
Noahkup
remaining.
Gets 2 kills on long.
Oh
Now,
my gosh.
Sage is a short. Guiding Light is not able to find information though. For this one though, nope. Roco does not hear that he blinded Esoteric. He thinks Esoteric is actually playing closer than they thought. Roco's gonna go down. Meanwhile, a lot of damage coming out onto the guy. Or onto the Sage. Esoteric is actually half health.
30 seconds left.
Higher with the healing orb, but it seems like Westwood has the Sage pincer. Stegosaurus has the retreat, while Yugi and Noahkup are holding out the entrance onto A. Stegosaurus slowly trying to pinch this distance, trying to make sure Esoteric has nowhere to go, and there's only 13 seconds left in the round. Esoteric seems like
10 seconds left.
Yep. Does get the, sort of exit frag onto Stegosaurus. Meanwhile, Noahkup trying to kill off Esoteric by the round end. They're gonna be able to time out Cambria. Esoteric is gonna live with the Phantom though. So not all lost for Cambria.
And that's kind of one of those things where I tell them all the time, it's not necessary. We have a 4v1 and turned into a 2v1, and could have been losable if Noahkup and YummyYugi tried to swing onto that Sage. It just takes one isolated 1v1s, one after the other, and it could have been a losable situation, but they managed to hold.
So an unfortunate round for Westwood, only because of the fact that they could have come out with much more. But a round win is a round win. We'll see if they're able, if Cambria is able to capitalize
going out
on that though. Squiddybaloon smoking out A short and actually holding the smoke incredibly close, trying to see if Cambria has the cojones to try and push out the smoke. Cambria though, playing this extremely slow. Paranoia misses Omen. Squiddybaloon knows where he is and gets the spray. Ara goes down. The teleport dodges the third ball, and Corporate Toaster does not hear it. Artist taps out straight onto Squiddybaloon and takes out Noahkup. So it's actually a 3v3 type game. Cambria seems to be committed onto the sacrifice there. Momo takes a little bit of help.
Blinded.
But Razo's here for the flash. He's able to get the spray down onto Momo, and that is a man advantage for
One enemy
Westwood.
remaining.
Spike
Spike down A.
Pushing, and Esoteric is again the only one alive. However, this time, Westwood has the spike. Will Stegosaurus try and greed this for the kill like he did last round, or is he willing to just play this
30
game for the
seconds
next
left.
30 seconds. Esoteric incredibly low. Now, could I see what gun Esoteric has? A Vandal. So that is the one-tap wonder, one well-placed shot. That means the end of Stegosaurus or Yugi, no matter how high health they are.
But it looks like he's just going back to save that Vandal. Probably is smart, because if we take a
10
look at
seconds
it,
left.
he's going to be able to buy with the rest of his team, maybe buy a rifle for someone who on the other team does not have enough money. So they're just going to be holding him out, timing him out. It goes to 6-4 so far with 2 more rounds left to go.
Esoteric to save the Vandal once more. Last thing alive is Cambria. Actually, now is Cambria going to full buy this round? Because if I saw their eco correctly, yes, if they lose this round, they're not gonna have any money for the last round.
They might be able to buy 2 rifles because Esoteric has some money in the bank, but I mean, they're gonna have to, right? If they lose this round, they're gonna have to, because it's gonna be the last round before the half switch.
So
Let's make
the econ will just stay the same for both teams. Esoteric obviously the outlier because of the fact that they survived 2 rounds. Jump peek on the no can actually just see it. And he is going to see the dark cover though on backside end lock. He still has a little bit of vision.
Got him.
But it's going to get paranoid.
Kill
Meanwhile, the dog
Spike planted.
and they think now it's a 45.
Get out of my way.
Cambria, all too familiar situation of holding tight. However, they actually have the same number at for both teams. It's not something Cambria is familiar with. Rocco finds another pick onto Momo. Now Westwood is up. 3-2.
One enemy
Gets a
remaining.
pick onto the reloading artifact. Why would you be reloading in that angle? That is not safe for you for anyone. Artifact gonna go down. That forces Fork to retreat and
Don't even start that shit
in
here,
the
mate.
back.
And that was a very interesting situation because I didn't even realize that
Last
Westwood was even
round
trying to take
in
the
the
site.
half.
I didn't even know that I had to switch camera to Rocco, who was trying to go in through garage because he had broke down the door. And I don't think Cambria even knew it either. That's probably why he was stuck reloading in long.
Now, I do stand corrected. Actually, Cambria is going to be able to afford the full buy. They are low on eco, but obviously that doesn't matter when the round switches.
They can't get
Everyone
an inch.
Gets
Here.
800.
And this is going to be interesting. We have a last-minute rifle switch up. So we're all
You want to
rifles
play?
for
Let's
the last
play.
half. They're going to be
You're dead.
pushing on to C. Going to be doing the same execute. Let's see what they can do.
Bring it back and toward a forces Cambria onto C. Noahkup has to pick that up. But again, Westwood doesn't give anyone. Meanwhile, Rocco has to so our
Spike
Westwood
planted.
is able to- Rocco has to our Westwood is able to on that paranoia. We're swinging back from CT a little bit. However, you're playing this.
Here.
However, Esoteric gets the pick on the
Cool.
Reminds him to come out onto Noahkup. And Squiddybaloon actually from the shadow was so good on the speed one. It forces them to look the on. They're distracted on shadows. That's not good.
Last player standing.
Push so well. What seems like a very coordinated usage of Yuto from Westwood
Switching
actually
sides.
so disruptive from Cambria. Huh. A surprisingly good stall coming out from that team. Now they're going to end the half only down 2 rounds, 7-5. So we're going to see if Westwood is going to be able to take their attack side, and we might want to switch off this POV.
And see that our Sky, who is our IGL, last time we played on Haven, we played a lot of strategies that revolved around garage control. As you can see, they're going to go in for it. But what we did not run into is a chamber. So this time, when they walk in there, they might run into that chamber trip that might prevent them from being able to go in.
They see it though, so they're going to be able to shoot it out. They know where chamber is. I don't know if they actually saw the thing on the site. Now, unfortunately, they actually were not able to take out the strip wire. So the smoke is going to remain there at least for the next 2 seconds, and it's going to be replenished by a slow ARP. Eric, Noahkup gets caught with smoke out, and it's going to go down to Fork for 2. We've been watching the flank, but gets... Oh, that is unfortunate. Gets classicked right in the face. The right click coming out. Now, this is some big brain plays coming out from Rocco. He correctly assumes that when they run off, Cambria's going to assume they're going to rotate A. Now, the only one on C is Artist Cat anchoring. He's going to be able to sight out Rocco. But the Painters are going to force him back, and this is actually a very slow rotate coming out from Cambria. They are only now rotating. However, that Westwood is just going to go the other way all around.
And it looks like they took the bait because they're all on to C. We're running into mid. We're running into B. Let's see if we stop and go to A.
Now they're all pushing out onto site actually, and usually he's huge. The dark cover, one of them coming out from Omen. And the wall blocks them out from the ceiling. Now, the knife is coming out. They're trying to break the wall. They get caught out.
Stuff.
Rocco is not able to find the shot. Get caught out. But Esoteric goes down. Artifact does die from the back, but YummyYugi is able to trade him off. Now
One enemy remaining.
Check scores. Gets 1. Now it's a 2v1 for Toaster, the only one left alive. Finds the pick, and that's gonna be able to secure the round for Westwood.
And ring around the rosy we go. Where will we stop? Nobody knows. Oh my gosh, that was 3 different site takes all at once. And actually what seemed like to be a winnable site retake from Cambria actually turned out into our favor from some actually strange util usage, because we got blinded from the Phoenix, but then an Omen Smoke came up and protected us. So thank you, I guess. And now we're on a bonus buy force, and we're maybe going to A.
Oh, this is interesting, actually. Momo has the shorty, and he's gonna play the sewer route out. So we'll see Rocco pops the standard dog out with. Wait. Momo, are you gonna peek this with your shorty? I don't know this is it. That's the jump peek coming out. Stegosaurus might actually know that he's there. But yes, he does! Get the big Momo can't even get a shot out. And with that, that's gonna be the set take coming out from Westwood. Owen Smoke brings up to heaven. Oh, Noahkup dashes up. Dashes up into heaven. And the vector spray is obviously much better than the classic spray. So
One enemy remaining.
Teleports up into heaven, gets the spray, uncarded trap and esoteric, and forces the poster actually trying to gate that, place them in the rear, gets caught up at the Stegosaurus. So a flawless from Westwood.
That was actually insane because we went up into heaven once, we got a pick, and then we dashed out, but then they thought, oh, heaven is safe. But no, our Omen is up there again, gets a collateral, and that makes it a 4v1. Unfortunately, Stegosaurus gets to Phoenix on the flank, and that gives us a 9-5 round score, and we're on a bonus.
Now, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. The live stream just cut out for me, so I currently can't see the gameplay. Would you be able to remedy that?
I can do that. Give me 1 second here. Currently, right now, we are posturing out of B. We have not taken garage control like we had done the last 2 rounds, but currently we are just sitting, just posturing right now. We send out the dog. Currently, it is going B site instead of garage, and let's see what we can find from this util usage, and it finds nothing, but nothing is something because that means no one's on B and we're taking it.
The explosive site take coming out from Westwood, I think, is something that you've been talking about, Coach. Now they have the site planted, and they are posturing to lock it down. Walls coming out from the lane. They have no vision yet, so window. But if they're coming from anywhere else, like Westwood has you on point because Stegosaurus and Rocco could be able to take down. Not good. Noahkup trying. Noahkup finds the Phoenix trying to walk through the blaze. Now Momo actually going to get it.
One enemy remaining.
But Rocco trades out the going down, trades out the chamber, avenging from Westwood the 2 deaths on their team, and actually putting them in some positive eco because Squiddybaloon and Rocco were able to pick up the rifles from the dead.
And this is actually, more than think about it, it was actually an amazing site strategy because we were on a bonus. We were all playing all SMGs. Where SMG's greatest? When they're trying to push into you into very close angles, and that's all what B was.
It is a point where it's a little difficult to hold from on the site because there's so many angles where the defender's trying to retake and process you from. But when you just spray them down with this factor, no, easy picking, big in the barrel. No, pushing all the way into spawn actually. Stegosaurus is going to go down to Artist's top, but Noahkup is going to be able to trade the chamber out. However, Force for Coach are going to be able to trade out the jet too. So all in all, even trade for both teams. 3v3. Oh, make that a 2v3 for Cambria because Squiddybaloon would take up the Momo in a 1v1 gunfight. Now it is all up to Coach and Karov to try and get the
blinded.
Karov able to take down Squiddybaloon.
One enemy remaining.
No, because Rocco just holds down M1 and mows them down like he's playing. What is that game? Power Wash? Power Cleaner Simulator?
They have a simulator for everything, don't they?
Power Wash Simulator, yes, that is what it is. Rocco imagining that Vandal is a 500 PSI hose and Phoenix and Omen are just a little bit of grime on the wall, taking them down.
And it cleaned them of their eco too, Michael. Look at this. A very scrappy buy for Cambria. If we win this, this is going to really put us in a very good position.
Especially relying on Cambria winning the round, but then buddy. No, he takes up for Church there, and Stegosaurus takes out the respawn. Bond killing the
Bomb buddy out.
damage on Stegosaurus is not afraid, gonna force them back with the Boombot and the paint truck. Uh-oh.
I've got your trail.
Last player standing.
Momo actually gets long. It's all up to Roco. Is he gonna be able to take this 1v2 from both angles? Finds the shot, and wow. Momo, so confident. That confidence pays off because they are able to win the round.
Defuse the spike.
Esoteric just goes shopping. Rifle.
Yeah, that flank from Momo really threw Westwood in for a loop. They've always been retaking from the front, but once they take it from the back, it actually comes at the very opportune time. Like I said, if it were gonna win that round.
That's what I always
Oh
say.
my God, we're a family-friendly stream. Anywho, that actually puts Cambria in a really good spot economy-wise, because if they lost that round, they were gonna have to really scrap something together for a potentially match point game. But they're able to make it 11-6. They're on almost a full buy, and so we'll see how it goes with this one.
Now, interestingly, with 4 on rifles and 1 not, you would imagine it is Eric that has been the pattern, but it's actually going to be Artist Sap because they have the tour de force, they have the rifle off. They're going to save this.
And it's very interesting, too, because they're just sending Sky up to find information while they're now slowly walking onto A long.
Rocco's actually forcing a lot of Utah on B. Will Cambria take the bait? Teams like it because that can be a dark cover sent out from Omen. Now they are going to walk back up to site, and actually Karov sees everyone along. So Rocco is going to pull the trigger, not going to try.
You will not kill my ally.
Get out. Esoteric on the B site.
Button sight.
Right back up. Straight from heaven. Not going to find much. Works for Coach actually finds Rocco. He's really trying to hold their rotate.
So now
they have an advantage. They still do actually. 1 pick from both teams is gonna make it a 3v2 instead.
But Westwood is not looking healthy.
Yep.
Satchel out.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh! Stegosaurus taking play and spraying straight to the curveball. He's gonna do it again. Take out Artist Tab. Oh my! You can never count.
Match point.
We're gonna pretend we didn't see that.
So confident, he even popped the showstopper. Doesn't feel like he's gonna need it to close up this
They
game.
kind of forgot that they didn't win the round before that. They probably thought it was 13, but no, it's only 12-6. Let's see if they can make it 13 now, though.
So, very coordinated play coming out from Westwood. You could see that as soon as Westwood knew that they were sighted on A long, Rocco pulled the trigger. He wasn't trying to bait anyone anymore. He just rushes into sight because whoever's rotating and was actually successful in picking off Esoteric. So, very, very good plays all around coming from Westwood. They seem to be incredibly on the same page. And they're trying to do this again. Rocco going to be playing the bait on Garage. He's actually so low, trusting that Cambria is not going to full rotate, and Westwood has their spawn on lockdown, so they will know if they try and flank. Now, Stegosaurus is going to this teleport coming out from his wave. Karov knows he's there. Karov is so distracted. No, he's able to pick out the kick. And this is going to be a man sight kick coming out from Westwood. A little bit shot down low.
Blocking sight.
Guy. So a lot of Stalin power taking out. That's so now, and Rocco instead, so there's no flash on or in the arsenal for YummyYugi. Might be cut out by long rotate.
Last player standing.
So they don't know that works are supposed to be coming out long. Now it doesn't even matter because Artist that gets the kill before this thing is ever.
All good. All good.
the wall that night
Be good.
was good.
Be good.
Stalling them for a little bit. They just were not able to provide that one final coordinated push from Cambria.
Two very good picks from Momo from Heaven made the man advantage for Cambria, and like you called it, there was the Phoenix flank coming out from A long, and even though YummyYugi sitting on top of the box thought he had an isolated fight onto Artist Tap, he was getting cooked by Toaster on the long angle too.
Hey,
And
nice
actually,
work.
this was
Be quiet.
taking
Be quiet.
the smart
Be
route,
quiet.
Going to save on the team members that can't afford it, Noahkup and YummyYugi. Now, actually, for
Time to hunt. Get out of my way.
But for the most part, it's going to be a 2-save, 3-buy round. Are they going to catch out the streak? Cypher? Yes, they will. They know.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Coming out from Roco.
I'm out of stop.
Away. The Stegosaurus snipes that, and they hit. Roco expertly dodges the curveball and takes out force for Toaster. Better flash wins that.